Good morning, LPES. What an exciting day today is because here at LPES today, October 29th, we are celebrating Halloween. And I am so excited to see your costumes later and all the fun things that you're going to be doing in your classes today. I am kind of in my costume. You'll see what I am fully later on today. For today, I thought that we could do some mindfulness activities that are focused around Halloween, but also the fall season. So it's not really Halloween quite themed, but it is going to be talking a lot about different things that we see around this time of year. Sorry, my nose is itchy. So the first thing that we are going to be doing today is we're going to be taking some deep breaths. And we talk about this a lot on our Friday feeling videos and when I come into your classrooms. We talk about how deep breathing can help us in so many ways. If our heart is speeding because we're feeling nervous or worried or confused, or angry, then taking some deep breaths can help to slow that heartbeat down. If we're tired because it's early in the morning and our brain is still waking up, taking those deep breaths gets a lot of oxygen pumping through our body, and so that's going to help our brain get some more oxygen and wake itself up as well. So it can do a lot of different things for us, calming our heart, our body, our mind. Today, for our deep breathing exercise, I want you to be sitting up nice and tall in your chair. You're not standing, just sit up nice and tall. And I'm going to bring up on my screen in a moment a pumpkin. And if you think about a pumpkin, especially those cute little pumpkins that are really tiny, you can see all of those edges that go from the top of the pumpkin down to the bottom that kind of separate it into sections. What you and I are going to be doing is we are going to be tracing those sections going up, breathing in and then going down, breathing out. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and bring up that pumpkin now. There you go. You can see all of those different sections that are up there, all of the different things that are separating it. And what you're going to do is you are either going to take your finger and place it in front of you while you're looking at the smartboard to trace up and then down. Or if you're not really into that, if you're just not feeling placing your finger out, you can simply use your eyes as long as you think you can follow along by just looking at it instead of physically doing it. Now, just like when we do any exercise, we're not starting yet, just like when we do any breathing exercise, we're sitting up nice and tall. And when we're taking deep breaths in, you're breathing into your belly. So your belly should be pushing out, almost like you ate all of your Halloween candy and your belly is really stuffed and full. So you're breathing into your belly, in through your nose, and then out through your mouth. All right, let's go ahead and get started together now. Take a deep breath in and out. Deep breath in and out. Deep breath in and out. Now we're moving to the other side. Deep breath in, out. 2 more. Deep breath in and out. Last one. Deep breath in and out. Nice work. So every time we did that, we were tracing up to breathe in, tracing down to breathe out. Just another exercise for us to do together, for us to really focus in on our breathing. Now, the other mindfulness activity I want to do with you today, it's not so much of an activity, but it's more of a thought process in our mind. So yes, this weekend we're going to see a lot of kids in costumes. We might see a lot of candy. We might see a lot of spooky things going around or funny things going around. But I also want you to think about nature this weekend. I want you to think about what we see outside at this time of year. I'm going to give you a second to think about all the things that are happening in the outdoors at this time of year when we move from October into November. So maybe some of you are saying it gets colder. Maybe you're thinking to yourself that the leaves start to change. Maybe you're starting to think about the leaves actually falling down from the trees. When we talk about autumn or when we talk about fall, they're the same thing. When we're talking about this season, we think a lot about all of those things that grew lush and green in the springtime and summer. Now they kind of dry up a little bit, they turn different colors, and then they fall to the ground. And I want you to think of this word. It's called renew. Okay? Renew. Can you say that with me? Renew. So to renew something, if you think of it like a library book, you might need to renew your library book. Have you heard that phrase? So it might mean that you need to check it out again because you didn't finish it before it was due back at the library. Sometimes when we talk about renewing ourselves, it means taking with us the things that we really love and letting go of some of those things about ourselves that maybe we don't like as much, or maybe some habits or some ways of behaving or acting that we don't like about ourselves as much, and we just kind of want to let them fall to the side. I want you to think about yourself today, almost like one of those big trees. If you look outside of our school in the backyard, in the backfield, you see beautiful big trees turning all different kinds of colors. I want you to picture one of those trees in your mind right now. If it helps, you can close your eyes. If you don't want to, you can just kind of find a point in front of you, focus on it. Just have something that you can stare off at, or again, close your eyes if you're comfortable. Take a big, deep breath in and let it out. If your feet are able to touch the ground right now, I want you to picture your feet almost like the roots of trees going deep into the earth, making you strong and solid and grounded and connected to the earth, connected to the ground outside. And then I want you to picture that feeling coming up through your feet and up through your legs, past your knees, that strong, sturdy feeling of one of those beautiful trees. Take another deep breath in. As that feeling of strength rises up through our chest, our shoulders, our arms, and finally up through our head, up to the tippy top of our head. Now, I want you to picture, just like those trees, we have lots of branches coming off of us. And each one of these branches is a different thing that makes us who we are. Maybe one of your branches is a sport that you play. Maybe another branch is your family or friends. Maybe another branch is the way that we behave in school. Maybe another one is things that we love to learn about in school. And as fall begins to happen, as we're really starting to see those colors shift and change, and eventually those leaves fall to the ground, I want you to think of something that you want to leave behind. It could be something like a way that we act. Maybe we don't like how we feel after we fight with our brother or sister. Maybe we don't like how we feel when we act out in class and get in trouble. Maybe we don't like how we feel when we let ourselves daydream a lot during class, and then suddenly we don't really understand what's going on because we kind of let our mind go someplace else. Maybe we don't like how we feel when we don't listen at home and don't do our chores. Whatever it might be, whatever it is that you're struggling with, or something that you do that you're like, oh, I don't feel great after I do that thing, I want you to take another deep breath in. And I want you to picture whatever that is falling from your branches, just like the leaves fall at the end of this season. Just like they're falling now. As the days go on, we see more and more of those leaves in our backyards and on the ground and on the streets. Whatever it is that you're holding on to that you really don't like, letting it go. Maybe it's a fight that you had with a friend. Maybe it's something that you did that you feel really guilty or bad about. Whatever it might be, I want you to picture it like those leaves breaking off and gently flying down to the ground. In fact, let's all take our hands right now. Take a deep breath in. And as you let out, let your hands drift down to the earth, down to your legs, to rest in your lap. Let's do that together again. Big deep breath in. Stretch up high and letting go of any of those negative, bad feelings that we don't want to carry with us into the next season. Let's do that one more time together. Big deep breath in. And let it slowly and gently fade to the ground. letting go of whatever it may be that we've been holding on to. My friends, I want you to think of the end of this season, so the second half of fall, as a time for us to renew, to start over, to let go of the things that maybe we haven't loved so far, and to build or strengthen those things that we really enjoy, or those things that we're really proud of with ourselves. Maybe we feel like we're really good at listening during math class, or we're really good at sharing nicely with our friends in class. We get to look at these things now and decide which ones are important to us and we want to make even better, and what are the things that we want to let go, just like those leaves are let go off of the trees. I hope each and every one of you has a wonderful weekend. Next week, we have a 3-day week, only Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We don't have school Thursday, Friday. So we won't have a Friday feeling next week, but I'll see you again very soon, as soon as we come back from that 4-day weekend. I hope each of you has a wonderful, wonderful weekend. A happy Halloween if you're celebrating. And I hope, LPES, that you can stay kind. See you soon.